Okay, hey everyone, so today I'll be doing another video of unboxing and first impressions on these Hot Wheels Silver Series cars. So I mean, technically this is not a Silver Series, but it's in the same tier. It's part of the Neon Speeders series, so it's not mainline, it's not premium, so it's a part of the silver kind of tier, but it's not technically a Silver Series. But yeah, so all these cars I actually got recently in a car meet. So very excited to be showcasing these cars, and also obviously adding them to my collection. So really cool cars. As you can see, I have actually 3 cars from the Vintage Club series. I believe that the BMW and the Alfa Romeo, these are from the same series. So this Mustang, this 2+2 Fastback, this is from a different series, with the sort of the what do you call that, the relicking kind of livery. So yeah, and this one is from the Compact Kings and this one is from Neon Speeder. So I mean, without further ado, let's just get on with this unboxing and first impressions. So first I will actually open up this Alfa Romeo GTV6 3.0. Now this one, I have it in the main line as well as the premium version. So the other cars in this series, yeah, so as you can see, the BMW 507 is part of it. I think the Ford Galaxy is the best one, but unfortunately I was not able to find it. The same as the Porsche, I was not able to find it, but this one is pretty cool as well. So let's just open this up, see what we get for this Alfa Romeo. So the first impressions for this casting are really good. So as you can see, the headlights are nicely done, nicely detailed. So there's a bit of pixelation. It's not the clearest tempos for the headlights, but I think overall it doesn't look too bad. I like the center 2 lights are yellow, and that just gives it a nice little detail to look at. I really do like the livery, the racing livery for this Alfa Romeo. I like the gold trim around the wheels. So it's honestly, it's a pretty cool casting. Yeah, I like all the details here. Very nice color as well. The details at the back, again, it's sort of the pixelated kind of graphics, but overall it really doesn't look too bad over here. So all around tempos, as you would expect from the Silver series, so that's pretty awesome. The base, copyright is 2022. It's a plastic base, so yeah, it's a really cool car. So let's just park it at the back, and let's move on to this one, part of the same series. We have the BMW 507. So nice little convertible casting. So let's take a look. Now this one actually it does feel a little bit lighter, but overall it's still pretty cool. Now the base over here, I think it's also plastic, so yeah, it definitely feels slightly lighter in terms of the weight now. However, just looking at the details, the chrome grille, the taped up headlight tempos looks pretty cool. The BMW logo looks it's a bit of a the paint isn't the best. It doesn't really look like the BMW logo that much, but overall in the 56, the color in general looks pretty nice. I do think that this type of a convertible car from this period is not really my kind of thing. I did not live in this era, so but overall the tempos look pretty decent. Again, 360 in terms of the tempos, pretty simple tail lights, but nicely done. Brown interior looks good, looks fairly realistic. and yeah, I think overall it's a pretty decent casting. So let us just park it, head it back together with the other cars. And now let's move on to let's go on to the neon speeders first. So this is the 1962 Corvette. Now the other cars in this series, if you can just look at it, it's very small, but there are 8 cars in this series for these neon speeders. Now I'll just open up this Corvette. I do think that Corvettes have a very interesting design to it, and definitely looks pretty cool. So this one is in a nice pink, and again, the headlights are very simple, nothing special, just blobs of gray. The striping is slightly off-centered. Yeah, it is slightly off-centered all the way to the back, so I don't think that it's supposed to be off-centered. I'm not sure, but overall it still looks pretty good. It's very crisp in terms of the tempos. So side tempos are very nice. I love the wheels over here. It's very cool, very interesting wheels. And yeah, the side tempos are pretty clear, pretty nice. The door handles are nicely painted in. Now let's look at the back tempos. Again, very simple, just blobs of red. And yeah, overall it's a pretty decent casting. Again, a chrome plastic base. And let's take a look at the base over here. It's a fairly old casting, 2008 copyright date. So but I still think that it looks as a casting, it's very cool. Yeah, and let's just move on to the next one. But overall, so far, I actually think that the Corvette is my favorite, followed by the Alfa Romeo. It's just really cool. So let's move on to a modern car, and this is the Subaru WRX STI. Now this from the Silver Series from Compact Kings. So let's take a look at the other cars in this series. Just looking at it, Mazda, Miata, Honda Civic, probably the more popular castings. But yeah, so let's just open this up. The Subaru WRX STI, I really like the side tempos that they did for this particular casting. So as you can see over here, it's sort of like it's waves or fire, I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool. And the wheels over here, just look at that, it's awesome wheels for this particular casting. Plastic base, Subaru WRX STI 2021 copyright date, but just really cool in terms of the looks. And it's quite it's part of the Compact King, so it's really a pretty small casting. In terms of the details, yeah, it's pretty decent. Now you can actually see that the hood, there's actually a bit of a texture around the paint, a little bit of a wrinkles. I'm not sure if that is a flaw, but I don't think so. It actually gives it a nice texture. So for some reason I quite like that. The tempo work is the pixelated style. So the Subaru, you can see the headlights are also slightly pixelated, but overall it's not terrible. The grills are nicely part of the centerpiece. Yeah, the top as well, it has that sort of texture again that is similar to the hood. Yeah, just really cool. In terms of the back, of the car, the tempos, let me see, it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty clear. And yeah, the STI is actually in pink over here, and you can see that it's actually quite clearly tempoed. So overall, this casting, let's just take a look from afar. It's just an amazing casting. I really like this one. It just has a very mean look. I think it's better than the Corvette. I think it's definitely number 1, 2, 3, and 4 for now. But now let's open up the final car, which I think will be my favorite out of the 5 that I've opened today. So let's just look at this. This is awesome. I love the way that they relicked this casting. So just 65 Mustang 2+2 Fastback. Awesome car. So the other cars in this series, I really can't look at this too clearly. It's very small. So yeah, but without further ado, let's just open up this casting. Take a look at how they have done the relicking. The base is again plastic, and this casting itself, actually it's pretty old, right? It's 2020, it's 2007, so a very old casting. But just look at the details over here. It's amazing. I really like it. So if you look at it closely, obviously you can see that there's some dots. The way that they had to do the impression of the rust, the chipped off paint, the dirt. I like the wheels. The wheels look pristine though, which is kind of odd, but overall just really nice. The headlights as well, just look at that. Look at the amount of detail that went into it. Look at the hood, just really realistic. The sides again, and it's slightly different, right? I think the patterns are slightly different, so that's really awesome. The way that they did it, it's just so cool. I can't say enough good things about this one. The back as well, very nice and very clear. If you just look at it from far, it really looks like an old rusty Mustang, which is awesome. So that's definitely my favorite for today. So yeah, so these are the 5 cars that I've opened in this video. Definitely the best one, and then the second. But let me know what you guys think, which car is your favorite. And if you are a fan of the Hot Wheels Silver Series, for myself, I do think that they are actually very good value, because I think the premiums, they definitely have metal base and real riders, but the tempos don't tend to be very clear. I do think that the Silver Series is a good middle ground where you get all the tempos, but at a slightly lower price than the premiums. And especially when you can get these on sale, these are fantastic value for what you're paying for. So that's all for this video, and let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.